And we're off, and we're off. Document, document. Good morning, honey. Good morning. Um, we're doing document. We took photos first, but Johnny had me get up, and he had me he calls it this the Jota. Yeah. For hi Bunny. Bunny's a big part of this story. So yeah, she's concerned he's gonna jump down and we're gonna lose the bunny cam. Bunny cam. Bunny, 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 bunny cam, bunny cam, bunny, 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 bunny. See, what happened is Bunny, he comes up here certain times of the day, a lot of times in the very early morning, because Herman's laying here on the bed. Yeah. Herman lays right here where he used to lay, like a big gavoon, like a big gavoonovich, as I called him, right here on the bed, like taking up the whole corner of the bed, like, with his feet in my face, like Elaine. Yeah, I woke up with feet in my face. I'd be waking up with big fat dog feet in my face. Dogs' feet smell like corn chips? They do. All dogs' feet smell like corn chips. They smell good. Yeah. Dogs' feet have a good. Yeah, they do. Why is that? You know who had the most corn chippy feet? Girly. Yeah, the one laying down in that up there. The one laying on the floor in that painting up there. Lulu was on the chair. Girly, but their feet all smell like corn chips. Dogs. I miss a dog's corn chippy feet. I do. Anyway, getting back to Herman, who was Bunny's best friend. Really soulmates. They found each other in this life, and there was like this amazing love between them. And I have the pictures to document it, and I had many, many videos to document it. And like, I really got to get some of those back because they were the funniest, greatest videos. Remember Herman dragging Bunny up the front porch and Bunny almost strangling, and it was me screaming and you laughing, right? Yeah. John's going, oops, help. And I'm going, you fucking idiot, put him down. Herman, it was the only time I ever saw Herman pick Bunny up by the scruff of the neck and try dragging him up the front porch steps. I don't know why he was doing that, but Bunny's face, his eyes were bulging out, and he was very fucking freaked out. Like, why is Herman doing this to me? And it was the funniest moment, and I was screaming, "Put him down, you idiot!" That was the funniest part. You idiot! After he drops him, he like plops Bunny down on the steps, and Bunny's like, "Whoa, that was weird." Yeah, and Herman just kind of looked kind of pleased with himself as usual. Yeah, there's Herman. Where is the picture of Herman? Hey, Ellie, there's Herman, crazy big guy. But anyway, this morning is one of those mornings where Bunny came to us, and I could really sense in his telepathy. Hey, Herm. He's like, I'm gonna lay here because I wanna be with Herman, and I want to think about Herman, and I just love Herman. And um and I just started to talk to Bunny and tell him a story. Like, remember that time, Bunny, when Herman dragged you up the stairs, and yeah, I could feel this cat like totally telepathically, like, happy about the memory. And this is the nature of telepathy between myself, anyway, and animals, and what is possible. And John said, "You got to write it down. You got to write it down." So he's like, "This is why we got the Jotas. And this is one of our Christmas presents. And it's quickly becoming one of my favorites. These little tiny notebooks, easy to handle, keep it right next to the bed. And just, we quickly jotted down this experience. It took no more than one of these little pages just to jot down Bunny is here, and he is thinking of Herman, and we are jotting this down. This is what's happening right now. And this is a document that we will not lose. Right. This is a document that we will not lose. Show quickly the page. All right. You can pause it. Okay, so this is the page, and it says, right, and we just quickly put the date. Yes, indeed, and then we just put the. You see, John said include little sketches of the animals. Yeah, and you can even see where Tia's hit the page right here on Lena's name. Yes, And we even made a little asterisk. These are tears hitting the page. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, it's super emotional. Like, I know I commune with the spirits of all my animals, but again, that physicality and remembering how the two of them, Bunny and Herman, were so physical with each other. There was not a moment that they were not touching each other or boxing or wrestling. And there's so many pictures of Bunny as a little baby. Like Herman's just sitting on the couch or laying on the floor, and Bunny's like biting his feet, like, pay attention to me, I'm your friend. And, you know, it was like that kind of relationship. And up until then, Herman had never had a real, like, Ellie and him got along great. They were great mates as dogs. There was like a mom and kid dynamic there that was undeniable, and it was very sweet. But there was also kind of a little bit of a resentment, always not terrible, but Ellie was like very much, I was here first, and that carried throughout their lives together. There had to be a certain pecking order. Even though Ellie was like a third of his size, it was a third, a quarter. It was like, that was always like the dynamic. And Herman knew that, but it worked out okay. They got along good. But this relationship he had with Bunny was nothing like it. Hmm. They would go on walks together. Chris would walk the dog to the deli or whatever, and fucking Bunny would be walking with them. And people would say, "Is that your cat, like walking with you and that giant dog?" And Chris was like, "Yeah, it's my cat." What? Whose cat do you think it is? But it's a weird thing to see walking around some neighborhood in Queens, a fucking giant dog and a little cat and this big man, and they're all just walking together. Very funny, And up at the cabin too, Bunny would go on hikes with Herman and Chris. I wish I could have gone, but at that point, at the point after we got Bunny, my leg was completely shot. There was no way I could go up in those hills anymore. It was never easy, but toward that end, it was impossible. But I'd watch them all march off together. Goodbye, bye, Bunny. But he always felt safe with his great big dog around, and it was the kind of thing too where, well, go ahead and explain it. You explained it nice this morning to me, John. Yeah. Um, when Bunny first came here, he was so intent on being Herman's friend. It was like a big deal to him, right? Like, this is the kind of friend I want to have in life. I like this big furry guy, and we could be friends. But Herman was resistant and afraid because Ellie had just passed away, and just had kind of lost his compass. And he's like, "Who is this little fucking?" He knew he had other cats in the house, but he was just like, "This is like, what the hell is this?" Yes, and Bunny was the only male he had ever met. We had female cats at the time, but Bunny was like the only other male that he had known, like as an animal friend. So he really didn't know what to make of him and his energy. And Bunny was so insistent on, "You are just going to be my friend. I don't care." He would like walk up on Herman while he was sleeping and just stare into his face until Herman woke up. And then you'd see Herman kind of start. And I'd think to myself, "Oh God, I hope he doesn't kill that kitten because, that kitten really just wants to be his friend." And you could see it never entered his mind. He was bemused by Bunny. And then slowly but surely, he just fell in love with Bunny. And that was their relationship for, 11 years, whatever it was that Bunny was here with us, while Herman was here, a little less than 11, but you get the idea. They were inseparable. They chased each other around this fucking apartment, banging into things, you know, sleeping together, hugging each other. This cat could do whatever he wanted: bite Herman's ears, bite Herman's feet. He'd bite Herman's ass. He'd climb up, he'd get behind Herman and just be chewing on his ass. This giant dog. And he was completely, comfortable in knowing that Herman was never going to hurt him. And vice versa, too. So yeah, Bunny will come here and he will just like, that's his spot where he always sits. And yeah, that's a popular spot. All the animals kind of like that corner. But Herman always used to lay right there. I have pictures of him doing just that. And John said this morning, let's just honor Bunny because I was going to get up and start doing exercises, and he said, no, just let him have this morning with the Herman's energy, because that's what he's doing. And let's get some crystals and put them there. And so you want to sing Herman's song? Yeah. All right. You ready, Bunny? First you got your hammy, he goes to Alabama, then it's just a hammy, yo. Then you got your hammy, he pops a can of spammy, he shares it with his mammy, yo. Ba-ba-doo, hammy o moose, he's a hammy o mouse. Half of a moose and 4/10 of a mouse, oh hammy o satissus mouse. I love you and positive Wazoo, Herman, my Herman. Sometimes he eats an occasional poo snack, Herman, my Herman. I love you and Positive Wazoo. I'm loving you and you're Positive Wazoo. Positive Wazoo. Positive Wazoo. Positive Wazoo. First you got your hammy, goes to Alabama, then it's just a hammy, yo. Then you see your hammy, pops again and spammy, shares it with his mammy, yo. Ba-ba-do. Hammy o moose, he's a real hobnobber. Hammy o mouse, he's all about the slabber. Hammy o teasers, love my boy to pieces. Hammy o teasers, mouse, he's just a mouse. That was a good version, yeah. That got almost all the. I think it got all the lyrics, yeah. Tons of lyrics. I remember when I first sang that song to Matthew, our friend Matthew, at the cabin. I said, "Did you ever hear my song for Herman?" Yeah, and I sang it to him, and his jaw would just dropped open. He was like, "You just came up with that?" I said, "Well, not this minute, but yeah, pretty much." And he's like, "And you just like sing that all the time?" I said, "Yeah." Wouldn't you? If you knew this song, wouldn't you sing it all the time? He just shook his head like, "Oh boy, oh boy." Yeah, Herman was funny with Matthew. Sometimes he would like loved him, and then he wanted to like attack him. Yeah. Well, Matthew's energy is a little bit erratic, you know. Is it really? Matthew's done a lot of LSD. So what does that mean? Well, it just means he's all over the map, and an animal can sense that. Hmm. Are you saying that I think Matthew got married? Is the scoop on Matthew? Yeah, well, you're going to be hearing it from him one of these days, pretty soon. All right. Yeah, it's been a while, but I heard that he got married. Mm-hmm. I saw it somewhere online. So Matthew, when you see this video, all the best. I'm glad to know that you found that special someone. I always knew there was somebody out there for you, and we'll talk soon. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get going now. So, but yeah, we'll honor this bunny until he decides to get up. No pressure to do anything until Bunny says so this morning. All right. That sounds good to me. Right, Bunny? Yeah. Why don't you do Bunny's song? But wild bunny, meow 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 meow, wild bunny, na, 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 na. He is so wild, he's just my crazy child. The skies are always sunny for my crazy little wild ass bunny. Meow meow meow, meow meow meow, meow meow meow, meow 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 meow, meow meow meow, meow meow meow, meow 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 meow. Wild bunny, he is just so wild. Wasn't there more to this song? Chris, is there more to the bunny song? Wild. He's very wild. Da, da, da. He once was wild. Da. No, he's very wild. Da, 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 da. He once was mild. Da, 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 da. He's very wild, 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 wild. He's very wild. Da, da, da. He once was mild. Da, da, da. He's very wild, 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 wild. He's very wild. He once was mild, but now he's wild. Wild, wild, wild. He once was very wild. Now he's just so mild. He's wild, 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 wild. Boom. Oh, very good. We have more songs. We'll do Maisie when we get in the kitchen later. Okay, sounds like a good idea. All right. Praise be God and Mother. Thank you for our animals. We love them so much, and they teach us so much, and they really balance us and keep us 15-15. As I said, that's double sixes there. They balance us and they give us a sense of responsibility and a sense of unconditional love that you really can't find elsewhere here on earth. You got to look to the animals, and that's the point of this document. That is the point of this document. Happy day after Christmas. Happy day after Christmas, honey. As we work toward New Year's Eve, which I think is going to be a humdinger this year, but let's enjoy every day as it comes. Yes, document.